Hi there, folks. This is Brad Windhorst bringing you live coverage of varsity and junior varsity wrestling for the Ellwood City Wolverines. Again, I'm your host, Brad Windhorst. Tonight, Thad Sturgeon has a obligation for work. He is not able to make it tonight. And our great athletic director, Kurt Gustinelli, made a couple phone calls here and there, and we got the next best man, Mr. Austin Wally. Austin, congratulations on a great career at Ellwood City. You graduated and attended Bucknell University, wrestling there wise. Great accomplishments. We will talk about some stuff throughout the night about the 2A wrestling career that you had. A great opportunity to talk about things that we don't know. We will go on the record tonight to say, if you're joining us, this is the first time we have ever done wrestling at Ellwood City Sports. So you're going to hear a lot of stuff coming from the guy next to me. He's going to help us out. We're going to lead into questions for him to answer, and hopefully that will help you guys stay entertained during this great matchup. If you saw on the screen, the first matchup is going to be Ellwood City versus Blackhawk. This is going to be a dual competition or a dual event, technically. Both teams were scheduled early for the Ellwood City Wolverines. Both those matches were postponed to a later time because of COVID, and sure enough, they worked out a great deal to bring in not only Blackhawk, but Central Valley will also be joining us tonight. The schedule, if you saw on our social media posts on Facebook and Twitter, we're going to start with here shortly. As the teams are warming up, you see specifically Blackhawk on the mats right now. We're going to start with varsity with Ellwood versus Blackhawk. Then we'll take a short little break. We'll have the junior varsity team come out, and that's going to be a pair of matchups. During that time, you'll have Blackhawk versus Ellwood, Ellwood versus Central Valley, and then kind of intermingle between the three teams. And then our last event of the night, I'm assuming they're about an hour each in general. We'll have the varsity team taking on Central Valley Warriors. So enough from me talking-wise. Austin, how's it going? Fill us in. How's life?
It's going well. It's great to be back in my alma mater, watching wrestling, and we'll see how the boys do tonight.
Perfect, perfect. Now, you were in wrestling for how many years at Ellwood City?
I've wrestled since I've been 5, so it's been a while.
And we were talking about sizes. We had a great interview by one of the local fans here, kind of filling me in on the gaps. You wrestled at what weight?
182 pounds last year.
182. And I was making that joke with our athletic director. Last time I weighed 182, we're probably talking high school. You're going to see different weights here from all the way from 285 all the way down to 106. They match them up in certain categories based upon weight. I know some of the things that go into that count is body mass or BMI or body fat or something like that, percentages. How does that all work out? How do they determine those different levels?
Yeah, so at the beginning of the year, the trainers for each school, you have to they calculate how much body fat you have and determine what weight class, the lowest weight class you can possibly go down to. And so they kind of go from there. And every couple of years, the National Federation, they do a survey of kids in high school and see what weight classes kids are most likely to be at. So, yeah, just trying to find out and then make weight classes from there. There are 13 weight classes.
Okay. So they try to even out those weight classes to make sure that each of those weight classes have some type of match or event-wise. How does that work throughout the year? Because, I mean, let's be honest, wrestling starts right after Christmas. There are a couple events in there that weight may fluctuate. How do you maintain that weight, or what's the training sessions like? What do you got to do to maintain that weight?
It takes a lot of discipline. I mean, there are many holiday meals where I had to eat lighter than my family members, and you just have to be disciplined and stay focused on what matters, and it's not easy.
And I'm assuming you have some type of scheduled routine. Obviously, you guys have practices-wise, but you probably have some routine that you maintain yourself, maybe running or exercise or something in your own personal life there-wise. I'm assuming that also helped out-wise.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, everyone's body is a little bit different, and the diet's key, and working out also helps that. So
perfect. All right, back to our match tonight. I'm assuming we have 2 minutes and 50 seconds up on the board. I'm assuming that's the amount of time Ellwood will have here to warm up, and we'll get this one going. We want to talk about the rosters a while so that we don't mess this up. We actually got rosters in a timely fashion, which is really, really nice. We're going to look at the away team first, which is Blackhawk. We're looking at the varsity schedule first. This came in. The weight limits that we have here range from 126 all the way down to 189. At the 126 level is Olivia Moore. At 138 it's going to be Kenny Deshak. 138 is going to be Peyton Hastings. 145 is Ben Logan. 152 Colin Keller. 172 is Zane Pristash Kish. If I butcher your name, it's going to be Zane PK. I do apologize. 189 is going to be Corbett Kitshaw. So there's your names, and anytime that I make a mistake, please call it out. If I say a name wrong, I tend to do that. I'm just like Thad. When Thad's not here, I replace Thad, basically. and then for Ellwood City, again, ranging from 106 to 285. At 106 level is Ben Gallons. He is ranked third in Whippeals in the rankings for this year, so that's something to definitely look out wise. 106 as well is Cameron Shelby. 126 is Dom Dowsman.
I believe it's Dawsman.
Dawsman. I apologize. 132 is Damon Bumgardner. 132 is Elijah Shelby. 145 Ryan Nazari. 152 is Chris Quintanilla. 160 is Dante Grimes. 172 is Michael Sweezy. And in 189, Rodney Grimes. And rounding it out is 285, Donovan Stifler. So talking about rankings, talking about stats and rankings. For you folks at home, like I said already, we don't really know wrestling. We've never done wrestling before, so we're going to lean on Austin a lot tonight, and I think we have the right guy to lean on. Somebody that is, or was in this case, ranked first in sections, first in districts, first in region, first in states, finished third place at Whippeals, and then came back and did not one but two better, finishing first at states in 2019-2020 season. Finished 139 and 25, an 85% win percentage. Did those numbers add up right?
One thing is, I did not get third in the Whippeal. I'm sorry about that one. I was Whippeal champ, regional champ, state champ last year.
Okay. That must have been the year before?
I was third in the Whippeal as a sophomore.
That must have been it. Internet is not as good as we thought. Hence why you're ranked 1, 1, 1, and 1. So, again, if you're joining us, this is 2A Wrestling. We're going to start with varsity level first, and then we're going to transition into JV and then back to varsity against Central Valley. Give us some insight. What's the roles, periods, and time-wise for varsity and then JV? What do we got, Austin?
Varsity, you're going to see 3 2-minute periods. Obviously, if there's a pin that occurs or someone wins by 15 points or more, the match will stop. In junior high wrestling, you will see 3 1.5-minute periods. And same rules. If there's a pin, the match is over. And if someone wins by more than 15, the match will stop.
Perfect. So that's for you guys at home as well as me, as I just learned half the rules just like that. And now we're having the lineups here being announced, so we're going to take a little break from the mic here. We'll listen in to what they're saying so that way you guys know what's going on. We'll take a little break. We should have a national anthem, as we just called it. We'll take a little break, and we'll get ready to go. Okay, for Ellwood City, they're going through the lineups here once again. For Ellwood City, 106 level is Ben Gallons and Cameron Shelby. At the 126 level is Dom Dowsman. At the 132 level is Elijah Shelby. As well as Damon Bumgardner. For Blackhawk at the 138 level, I believe it was Kenny Dushek.
Yeah, look out for Kenny Dushek tonight. He was a Whitfield champion last year, third in the state. He's a tough wrestler.
And I heard that there's a little bit of a rival there because you're at Bucknell.
Correct, and he's going to
at
Columbia.
Okay, so he's going off to Columbia.
It'll be conference rivals next year.
Okay, that'll be interesting to watch for sure. Going through the rest of the list here, the 145 level, Ryan Nazari. 152 is Chris Quintanilla. 160, Dante Grimes. 172, Michael Sweezy. 189, Rodney Grimes. And 285, Donovan Stifler. And that is for Ellwood City. For the rest of Blackhawk, we went and left off with D-Shack. We have 138, Peyton Hastings. 145, Ben Logan. 152, Colin Keller. 172, once again, I do apologize, Zane Pristash Kish. And 189, Corbett Kitshaw. So those are your matchups here. When they get called to the mat, we'll describe what's going on here a little bit. Austin will kind of take over the reins just a little bit. He's going to fill you in with what's going on. And once again, Austin, feel free to explain what's going on because you're going to be explaining to not only our viewers but to us as well.
Okay, so for a dual match scenario, each match is scored individually and for the team score. So tonight, not both teams don't have a full lineup, so you'll see this thing called a forfeit. So if one team has a wrestler and the other team is not, it's 6 points for that team. And so now, if both teams have a kid at the weight class, a win by 7 or less is called a decision. You get 3 points for your team. A win by 8 to 14 range is a major decision. You get 4 points for your team. A win by 15 points or more is called a technical fall, and you get 5 points for your team. And if you pin your opponent, you get 6 points for your team.
So what you're saying is I need an extra scoreboard.
You probably will.
It's a good thing that we have a scoring system here because I tell you what, I have a math degree, and that was a crap ton of numbers that I did not listen to 100%. I heard 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? That's what I heard. So once again, we'll keep you up to date. We do have a scoreboard system. If we do not use it, we apologize. We'll definitely lean on the 2 score systems here to the left and the right. Austin for sure will chime in and we'll explain a couple things, the point systems and how it works. Definitely intriguing. Ready to go here. Looks like both teams are ready to go. We have our official referee or official?
It's either or.
Okay, either or. So we'll say the umpire is ready to go, and we'll get started here shortly.
I believe this is referee Sean Kearney tonight.
Nice. Sean Kearney.
Yep.
All right. I'm assuming he knows you fairly well.
Oh, yeah, he's done a lot of my matches.
Fans were allowed in tonight. I believe they allowed up to a max of 50 or two individuals per athlete. I'm not 100% sure, but we do have fans here. Once again, as you can see on the screen, we do have COVID restrictions involved. We do have all teams separated. That's why the match is going to be separated into different segments. That way the players can kind of go off to the side of the mat. They'll go and spray down the mat. They'll clean the mat off completely.
So right now, as we're seeing, Blackhawk does not have some of these lighter weight classes, so Ben Gallons received a forfeit, and looks like Cameron Shelby is going to do the same.
Okay.
I believe their first wrestler is weighed in 138 pounds, so that's when we'll see our first wrestling action. Some of these Whitfield teams, I understand, these AA schools, it's a little hard to fill out a full lineup, but it's a big part of it. winning team matches is filling out your 13-man lineup.
We'll see how far the scoreboard goes. I honestly don't know. I think it goes to 99. So we may not be good.
It's not going to get past 99.
Okay, well that may be a good thing then.
I don't think it's possible to. I'm sorry.
Perfectly fine. So you see on our screen that you get, like Austin said, we have 2 forfeits at those lower class levels. We'll see a couple of those here.
Yeah, it's not quite the same this year. With the referee usually raises the winner's hand, but with COVID restrictions, it doesn't look like it's going to be happening this year. So,
yeah, and we talked about this in our other broadcasts. The hardest hit sport out of all of them is wrestling, and they're not required, but the recommendations are a long list. So we will not bore you to death with them, but you're going to see a lot of things different with wrestling this year. But at least we have it. That's what's key. As long as we have it, we're good. So, once again, Ellwood receiving 6 points here with a default forfeit based upon the class level or the weight level.
and it looks like stepping on the mat will be Kenny Dushek from Blackhawk and Ryan Nazari from Ellwood.
All right.
So, like I said, Kenny Dushek, WPIAL champ last year, 3rd in the state. Let's see how Ryan Nazari goes out there with a tough opponent. Okay, so we're seeing some movement early. Fakes, some hand fighting. Nice high crotch there from Dushek. And that's a 2-point takedown. He's going to let Nazari up for the 1-point escape. Then we're going to be 2-1, 17 seconds in. Dushek digging in an underhook, trying to control his opponent. Nazari circles back in. Takes a shot. It's blocked by Dushek. He locks up a cradle. He's not going to be able to get the pin here, but it's a 2-point takedown. And he's going to let Nazari up again for a 1-point escape. 4-2, minute 22 left in the first. But fakes from both opponents. Another high crotch there. It's a 2-point takedown. I say a high crotch. That's a head outside single leg. He has a Turk in. He's looking to turn Nazari. You see here, as the referee is swiping near fall points, it means he's not quite pinned, but he's on his back. That'll be 3 points for Dushek there, making the score 9-2. Attempting a cradle, but Nazari fights that off. It's a 1-point escape there for Nazari. They go out of bounds. 41 seconds left in the first period. Low single there. That's a 2-point takedown. Nazari's doing a good job of fighting here. I mean, Dushek's a solid opponent. And he's on his back now. See if he can bridge off. Live to see another day. 3 more points as he's awarded for near fall, as he was on his back for 5 seconds. If you're on your back for 2 seconds, you get 2. 2, 3, 4 seconds is 2 near fall. 5 seconds is 3 near fall. And the time's going to run on this period. The score being 17-3. If Dushek gets a 15-point lead, it'll be over for technical fall. Kenny Dushek's choice. He's going to pick top. In the second and third periods, you have your choice between top position, bottom position, and neutral position. He has a bar on the right side. He's going to try to use that to turn Nazari. That's tight in there. He's going to get him to his back. And that's the pinfall for Dushek. That's 6 points for Blackhawk. Oh. 1 second here. It looks like they have a...
Yeah, it looks like we have a little question here, a little dispute.
Regardless, it looks like it's going to be 6 for Blackhawk. As no shame there for Nazari. Kenny Dushek's a tough wrestler.
So the ref umpire official is explaining the situation here. It does look like 6 points is going to be awarded to Blackhawk. Okay, so we get an explanation here.
And that's going to be that match at 145 pounds. My bad. Wait. Yep. Okay. So now it
So they'll take the results there and write them down. So 30-6 so far, Wolverines in this matchup. We had one so far, one match.
looks like the Wolverines will be sending out Chris Quintanilla. And for Blackhawk, if I'm not mistaken, this is Ben Logan.
Okay.
Both the wrestlers toe the line here. They're in a collar tie, fighting for position. High crotch attempt again. Quintanilla needs to get his hips back, but he gives up the takedown. Quintanilla was starting the bottom position. Off the whistle's huge here. Which other guy can get pressure into the other usually wins this position. The top guy wants pressure forward, and the bottom guy wants pressure back. Looks like Quintanilla's up on his base. He's getting to his feet, which is that's a start. See if he can clear the hands and get his escape for 1 point. He's not able to do so yet, but he's getting movement down there. And he's up to his feet again, fighting for hand position, hand control. He's sprawling back. He needs to get his hips away and break this lock if he wants to get points. If he goes behind, he can get a 2-point reversal. He needs to post off his hands on his opponent's knees. He's letting him back into his legs, which is not good as he's able to maintain on top. 40 seconds left in the first. Quintanilla is down 2-0. Now, half Nelson attempt by the Blackhawk Cougar, unsuccessful as Quintanilla is able to fight that off. Now he slaps in a cradle. Quintanilla is doing a good job of fighting here, and he gets out of that. And the first period's winding down as we have a 2-0 lead for the Blackhawk Cougar. Ellwood City's choice. They defer the choice at the third period. Blackhawk, they're going to choose the bottom position. Quintanilla needs a breakdown here. A breakdown's when a guy's on bottom. He needs to get him to his stomach. It's a little easier to work with pinning combinations. Blackhawk Cougar to his feet. He's able to break the lock and get his 1-point escape. 3-0 lead. He's in a front headlock position here. He's snapping him to the mat. He's got the cow catcher position. He's not able to get the takedown and fall there. Try to go behind. Nothing yet. And Quintanilla is able to square and face. A good job by him there. Both wrestlers in a collar tie position here, trying to move their opponent to get to their attack. double leg attempt. That's a nice double. Not able to finish. Quintanilla is able to sprawl away now. Chris Quintanilla has a wizard position in now, fighting off that single leg takedown. Minute left in the second period, halfway through the match. And now Chris Quintanilla is attempting to go behind. And he gets the he gets the takedown, 3-2. Nice wrestling there. He looked like he was going to get taken down. He gets the takedown himself. Now, the Blackhawk Cougar able to get his escape, 4-2. Both these wrestlers looking to score. That's what you like to see in a wrestling match. We have 25 seconds left. Chris Quintanilla is getting his hips back. Looks like he might be able to score this as the Blackhawk Cougar in an awkward position. And he gets the takedown. Good wrestling there. Let's see if he can stay on top the rest of this period. It's huge. He has a half Nelson in. He's going to take him to his back, it looks like. Short time. Can he get him there? He's got him on his back. Referee's counting near fall. Can he get the pin? He gets it with 1 second left in the period. Nice job by Chris Quintanilla to get 6 points for his team. Great wrestling there. Little come from behind victory. You love to see that as a coach. It's all the conditioning you do in the practice room.
So that was a great turnaround there, going down early 2-0 and then making it 4-2 and fighting back. What a great opportunity there to show off some great skills. Awesome so far. Keep this up. We like this. This is great material because this is due to me.
Thank you. We have Dante Grimes here coming out aggressive. A little too aggressive, maybe, but he's got wrestling Colin Keller. Too aggressive. Oh, they're rolling each other. They were both on their backs, but it looks like Colin Keller is going to come out on top with a 2-point takedown. He came out aggressive, all right, but got to get your technique down before you use your aggression. Looks like Colin Keller's trying to run a half Nelson. Dante Grimes trying to peel it. He's getting moving on the bottom. He gets his escape. Now he's coming out hard. He might want to control himself a little bit, but he's trying his hardest here. Looks like he's gonna drive him down. It looks like he's going to try to climb the waist. If he can climb the waist, he'll get a 2-point takedown, and he does. 3-2 Dante Grimes in the first period. He's getting after it. They go out of bounds with 46 seconds left in the first period. Dante Grimes with a 3-2 lead. Dante Grimes is wasting no time in this match getting after his opponent. He's been aggressive. Caution on Grimes as he was not properly lined up in the referee's position. Has to have his hand on his opponent's elbow. He had a little more on the bicep and tricep area. And a quick reversal here from Colin Keller. Make it 4-3 for the Blackhawk Cougar. 4-3 is a lot of scoring for the first period of wrestling match. These guys are getting in some positions here. That's a stall warning on Dante Grimes as he is not attempting to wrestle. The next warning will be 1 point for his opponent. Looks like Keller is running a half here. Seven seconds left in the first period. This is wind down. It looks like it'll be a 4-3 lead. Eventful first period there. It's Blackhawks' choice, and they will take the bottom position. And Grimes is electing to give his opponent 1 point escape and go neutral, make it a 5-3 lead for Blackhawk. It's an effective strategy as he does not feel he can ride, so they want to go on their feet as he was able to get the last takedown. Let's see if he can get another one. Oh, again, heavy hands from Grimes. He has an underhook on the edge. He's going to back his opponent off the mat. Grimes gets a little high as his opponent takes a shot, but he's able to stop that shot. He puts him on his back. Can he get the pin here? It looks like he's stuck. His shoulder blades only look about 2 inches off the ground. If he can get them down and get the pin. With a takedown, it makes it 5-5. Oh, but he gets his 3 back points, make it 8-5, and his opponent gets a reversal to make it 8-7. Wild wrestling here. Grimes needs to work up to his base here. Keller has a half Nelson, and let's see if he can run this and get a near fall or a pin. Grimes has already been warned for stalling, so he needs to be active if he wants to avoid giving up a point. Grimes is able to be flexible with his shoulder and avoid giving up his half Nelson. And he gets the reversal. He puts his opponent on his back now, make it 10-7 with more points coming for near fall. He has a reverse half Nelson. Let's see if he can get the pin here himself. And it's just a matter of adjusting here. Looks like Grimes has his own arm trapped under there. It's going to be hard to get the pin. Now he gets it, though. Tack on 6 more points for the Wolverines as freshman Dante Grimes gets the pin. Crazy match there. Both guys had the lead. They were both on their own backs, but Dante Grimes gets the pin for the Wolverines. Appears to be Mike Sweezy going out there for the Wolverines now. Let's see who Blackhawk sends out. Believed to be Zane Priestess Kish for the Cougars. Wolverines now lead the match 42-6. Early on, they're in a tie-up, trying to gain position over their opponent. Wrestling from space a little more now. Some fakes from Mike Sweezy. Double leg attempt from the Cougar, but Sweezy's able, it takes him out of bounds. No takedown awarded there. Again, both wrestlers pawing at each other's head, trying to get them out of position a little bit. Snap down attempt from the Cougar, but a bear hug from Sweezy. He takes him to his back. He was not able to get near fall, but he gets the takedown, and he's on top with a 2-0 lead. Forward pressure on top, what you like to see. Sweezy, oh, it looks like Zane Priest's Kish is going to get away, but he gets the 2-point reversal there. 40 seconds left in the first period. Let's see if Sweezy can score on bottom now. And a locked hands on top, unless you are attempting a pinning combination, you're not allowed to touch your own hands. So that's going to be 1 point for Mike Sweezy. give that 1 point, gives Sweezy a 3-2 lead with 35 seconds left in the first period. Let's see if he can get away with an escape or reversal. And Sweezy looks like he's going to get away here. No. Now he's on his back. He's going to have to fight here. And 15 seconds left. Oh, and he gets pinned, unfortunately. It gives the Cougars 6 points. Makes the team score 42-12. Again, we're seeing both teams score back and forth on each other. Looks like Rodney Grimes going out there for the Wolverines. I'm sorry. I think this is actually Zane Preez's kitch. I believe I've been messing up the names.
It's perfectly fine.
I think I've been looking down the wrong list. My bad. I apologize to any Blackhawk fans watching. Let's see what Rodney Grimes can do here. He's faking. He's coming out aggressive. Pause in the head. And he gets the takedown. Looks like he just kind of grabbed the far knee pick. Breaks down his opponent. Has the cross wrist. That's going to make it tough for his opponent to get away. He loses the cross wrist. Now he gets it back. His opponent gets to his feet. Let's see if he can mat return him. He gives the 1 point escape, but minute 17 left. Let's see. Going to try to get another takedown here. You hear Coach John Fleming yelling out stance. That's very important in wrestling. You want to stay low and compact position. If you get too high, your opponent will likely take you down. Rodney level changes there. Wrestling on the edge here. A shallow underhook from Zane. Preach-Kish. Rodney takes a high crotch. Not best high crotch. His opponent's going behind. He's able to face him now. Now he's going to get the takedown to his back. That looks like it's going to be tough for him to get off. And he will probably get the fall here. He's getting near fall right now. But I'll give this Cougar credit. He's fighting off his back hard. And there's the fall with 3 seconds left in the first period. Make the team score 48-12 and give Rodney Grimes a pin to start his season. That brings action up to 215 pounds, where they will be sending out Corbett Kitcha to receive a forfeit. And we will send out Donovan Stifler out to heavyweight to end this dual match. First dual match of the year ends up in a win for the Wolverines.
Okay, so that would be 6 more points for Blackhawk, which makes the score 48-18. And then I believe once Donovan comes out, that'll make our final score, if I'm correct, 54-18.
It will. It looks like coaches are in discussion here. I'm not quite too sure what they're saying to each other.
Yeah.
But yes, Donovan Stifler's forfeit will make this team score 54-18 final. A lot of action there in those matches.
I would say.
Not too many matches, but those guys got after it.
For first matchup of the year, being delayed for so long, I mean, I'm intrigued by what you said, and you nailed it. I mean, that was right from 2 minutes down to 0 on the clock. That was perfect. Some really good wrestling there. So Wolverines now technically 1-0 on the year so far. We're going to take a little bit of a break. We're going to go to commercial break so we can set up our JV group. You'll see JV groups between Ellwood and Blackhawk and as well as Central Valley all at the same time. And then we'll be joining back in after those events are done for varsity Ellwood versus Central Valley Warriors. So we'll take a short little break. Ellwood City beats Blackhawk in the first matchup of the season, and they go to improved 1-0. They win 54-18. Some great wrestling, commentated by our very own Austin Wally. So we'll take a little break, and we'll come back for the junior varsity group.
Looks to be Lucas Moody for Ellwood City. I'm sorry I was not given a roster for Blackhawk Junior High, or Ellwood for that matter. But
Yeah, for those joining us right now, it's about 7 o'clock, right around that time where junior varsity is going to be wrestling. We do have rosters. We'll go through the list at the end again at some point of all the names that we were given. Fortunately, we don't have 100% all the names, so we're going to go with what we got.
Again, 1 minute 30 period, 1 minute 30-second periods for junior high matches, a little shorter. These guys are grabbing wrists, trying to get the hand fight going, trying to control their opponent to get an attack. Lucas Moody appears to be the aggressor right now, as his opponent is just trying to fend off his hand fight. One thing I'm noticing is he's the one that's pushing him to the edge. At the end of the match, if he keeps doing this, he might be able to get a stall call or tire his opponent out. By being aggressive, it really wears down an opponent. Again, he tries to pull down his opponent's neck, snap him down to the ground, and go behind. He's unsuccessful in that attempt. However, his opponent will feel that tomorrow morning if he keeps that up. Little stiff neck. .23 seconds left in the first period. No score, no attempts for any shots, but Lucas Moody is moving his opponent around. It's something as a coach you like to see. As an athlete, now he goes in for an attempt. He has a bear hug. Let's see if he can pull this in. Short time on the clock. Can he get him down on the ground? That's a 2-point takedown. 1 second left. Lucas Moody, good job. Good wrestling there. Points at the end of periods are huge.
And folks who are watching at home, we have on the screen red and green. If you look at the wrists of the official, you got red on the left, green on the right. For this matchup, Ellwood's red, and then green is Blackhawk.
Neutral was the choice for the second period, and we're on our feet. Let's see if Lucas Moody can get another takedown and extend his lead. He has the inside tie, which makes it really hard for an opponent to do anything. When someone's inside your arms like that, shooting can be very difficult. Collar tie, inside tie. Head junior high coach Donnie Kerr has to like what he's seeing out there. Again, the Blackhawk Cougar pushing in. Lucas Moody directing with his hands. 45 left to go in the second period. We're halfway through this bout. One thing he's doing a really good job at, he's pulling on the tricep, and he's able to get this kid to move where he wants him to. Both guys a little flat on their feet. Both of them need to move their feet a little bit better, but these hands are moving. They're pulling on each other. Lucas Moody could have taken advantage there. You got to keep wrestling until you hear the whistle. 5 seconds left to go in the second period as Lucas Moody looks to hold on to his 2-0 lead. Blackhawk Cougar is going to take the bottom position. Let's see if Lucas Moody can stay on top and lead 2-0. Whistle blows. Lucas Moody's able to get a breakdown. That's a good sign. He's attempting a crossface cradle here. Now he's going to switch out to the bundle. He's going to take his opponent to his back. Can he get the pin here? He's getting near fall. This looks like he's going to get the pin here. He needs to adjust a little bit, but it's looking good for him. He's got to pick up his head. Good work by the Blackhawk Cougar to get off his back, but not before Lucas Moody gets 3 points. The referee will not award the points, however, until he breaks the lock, which he has not done yet. But he will still have those 3 points. They're not going anywhere. Referee Sean Kearney awards Lucas Moody his 3 near fall points. Give him a 5-0 lead. He's going for the half Nelson in the pin. Can he get it here? He does. Nice match by Lucas Moody to get the pin there. He was able to hand fight early on, wear his opponent down. Once he got on top, he got the 3 near fall points and the pin. Dominant performance from start to finish there. Sixth.
Yeah, again, folks, I'm not 100% sure if we're going to see cross-pattern, I believe. Yeah, from the looks of it. I assume Blackhawk and Ellwood first. I'm not sure if Central Valley is going to intervene. Well, we'll go and just put 6 up there. Again, if you're looking on your screen, we went with neutral colors, red and green, which matches the officials, because we're going to be crossing between 3 different teams. So officially, Ellwood is red. Oh, he did call it green. Okay, so then we flipped it around. Well, and this is funny because this reminds me of just a couple days ago when Thad and I were talking about them calling in the fouls for basketball, and it's flipped because we're on the other side of the state arena-wise. So green technically gets 6. No matter what, we'll give you the final score here for the JV between each one.
For this match, looks like a Central Valley Warrior versus an Ellwood City Wolverine. While last match I knew who Lucas Moody was, I am not sure who either of these wrestlers are. But we're going to see how they do. Wrestlers toe the line and whistle's blown. Let's start this match. That's a 2-point takedown for the Central Valley Warrior. And a 1-point escape for the Ellwood City Wolverine. Another takedown for Central Valley Warrior. And another escape for the Ellwood City Wolverine. Single leg for takedown and they're out of bounds. 4-2 with 58 seconds left to go in the first period. Whistle blows. Action resumes. It's a left-handed single leg for the Central Valley Warrior. You don't see that a whole lot, especially the junior high level guys shooting with the left foot lead. He gets a bar with the right arm and get near fall points. And he gets the fall. Tough match there for the Wolverine.
Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll keep the score between the two teams neutral then. We'll just keep score on paper here for Ellwood and Blackhawk and Central Valley. I'm assuming they're going to keep rotating through wise. So this next matchup looks like it's going to be the Wolverines and the Warriors.
I believe this is Lucas Moody out there again against the Central Valley Warrior. That's a quick takedown, 2 points. And he's going to let Lucas Moody up for 1-point escape. Fake, double leg, that was a nice shot. 2-point takedown. 1-point escape. Far out shot, but he's going to go for the go behind position, 2-point takedown. Crossface cradle attempted here. This one's going to be tight. I don't know how much longer this one's going to last. Near fall point counting up. Lucas Moody's doing a good job fighting. I'll give him credit. But that's going to be a fall for the Central Valley Warrior. And if I'm not mistaken, that appears to be all the junior high matches for tonight. We'll see what's going on here.
Yep, from the looks of it, that is your junior high there. So the Wolverines get 1 out of that, so they get 6 out of that. Central Valley had 2 bouts and won both of them, so they had 12. And then Blackhawk with 0 in the junior high level.
We will finish tonight with the last duel of the night, the Central Valley Warriors and the Ellwood City Wolverines. Let's see if the Wolverines can improve their 1-0 record to 2-0.
Yep, and with that being said, what we're going to do is we're going to take a little break, let these guys warm up. We'll readjust our score system here, and then we'll bring you varsity wrestling, Ellwood City versus Central Valley. All right, folks, welcome back to Lincoln High School Big Gym. We're showing varsity wrestling and the second of our two matches, this being Ellwood City versus the Central Valley Warriors. So we'll have our lineups here mentioned here shortly. We'll go through the bouts, go through the matchups here a little bit. Okay, for Ellwood City, 106 is Ben Gallons, and 106 is Cameron Shelby. And you've got, for Central Valley, Dominic Bruno. Then for Ellwood City, Dom Dawsman. Then Ambrose Bonai. And then Elijah Shelby for Ellwood City. Also for Ellwood City at the 132 levels, Damon Bumgardner. 145, Ryan Nazari. 152 level, Chris Quintanilla. For Central Valley at the 160 level, Zach Bundy. And then for Ellwood City is Dante Grimes. .172 level, Michael Sweezy at for Ellwood City. 189 level, Tyler Frank for Central Valley. And for Ellwood, Rodney Grimes. 215 level, Skylar Bundy for Central Valley. 285 for Central Valley is Lance Crawley. And then for Ellwood City, Donovan Stifler. So we're going to begin at the 106 level. Officials going through a couple of the rules, kind of the hand checking and what to expect from this matchup here.
It looks like we're going to send out 106 pounds Cameron Shelby to get a forfeit and bump up Ben Gallen to rest with Dominic Bruno. But we'll get this show on the road pretty soon here.
So official Kearney comes out.
So forfeits awarded to the Wolverines to start out with a 6-0 lead. Now it looks like Ben Gallons versus Dominic Bruno will be heading to the mat.
Again, if we do get the matchups out of order, we do apologize.
So Ben Gallons coming out, a little movement on his feet. Nothing too serious so far, a little fake, a little hand fighting. Dominic Bruno with inside tie here as Ben Gallons is going to look to try to work inside and get to his attacks. Shot attempt there by Ben Gallons. He's stuffed as he shoots from too far away. Front headlock position for Don Bruno. He's going to take Gallen's leg out of bounds, though. There will be no takedown awarded there. 1:24 to go in the first period, 0-0. As Ben Gallen's able to fight off that takedown attempt from Don Bruno. Gallen's bumping up to the 113-pound weight class to wrestle Dominic Bruno here. A little bit of movement from space here. These guys don't really want to be wrestling tied up. .45 seconds to go in the first period. We're scoreless here. Gallens takes Bruno to the edge. Shot attempt there by Bruno, and he's going to get the 2-point takedown. 25 seconds left in the period. It'll be huge for Gallens to get a point here, get an escape or reversal. Out of bounds, 20 seconds to go. Referee Sean Kearney blows the whistle. Cross wrist control there by Don Bruno. Makes it tough to get out from the bottom position when your wrist is trapped. 5 seconds to go. This looks like this period's going to end 2-0 in favor of Central Valley Warrior. Central Valley defers the toss to the third period as Ben Gallens is going to take the bottom position. Whistle's blown. Hand control is huge here. Either guy's able to control hands. If you can control the hands on bottom, you're going to get away. If you control hands on top, you're going to ride your opponent. Bruno has Gallens to his base. Has two wrists on one. Gallens able to work up back to his base. Bruno riding parallels. He's not really trying to turn his opponent right now, but he is staying on top, avoiding giving up any points. Gallens able to get some movement. He needs to string some moves together. By chain wrestling, he'll be able to get away. Bruno recollects the wrist of Gallens. He breaks him down. .45 seconds to go in the second period, with a 2-0 lead for Don Bruno of Central Valley. Turk attempt there for Don Bruno as he's trying to slide his leg in between there. Does not look like he's going to be successful though, as Gallens is doing a pretty good job of fighting that off. 20 seconds remain in the second period, as Gallens needs to get his wrist free if he's going to want to get away here. Should end the second period with a 2-0 lead for Don Bruno, and he will have choice. Gallens is going to need to look for a turn here. He's going to have to break down Bruno. That's the first step, and then he really needs to turn if he would like to win this match. Ben Gallens going with the claw ride here. Transitioning into a chop. He gets a breakdown. That's the first step. Puts his bar in. Not very tight, but he at least has it in as of now. Throwing the half Nelson on the far side. Bruno's able to fight that off. Gallons with a far knee, far ankle attempt breakdown as he has Bruno flat. He needs to score 2 points, at least 2. You have to wonder if Don Bruno will be warned for stalling here. It does not look like he's trying to do much on the bottom position. And there it is, a stall warning. For one more of those, Ben Gallons will receive a point. Gallons had an opportunity there to shoot a half Nelson in there. He has the chicken wing. Oh, that's got to be close, potentially dangerous, and he calls it. Don't want to see any broken elbows tonight. .53 seconds remain as Ben Gallons needs 2 points for overtime and 3 for the win. Whistle blows as Gallons is trying to break it down. He gets the breakdown. With the forward pressure, he has a half Nelson in. Bruno fights it off though. Gallons is going to keep running it. Collects the far wrist, that helps. He's close to going over here. Give credit to Don Bruno there. He did not go over on that half Nelson. 25 seconds remain. Gallons is going to need a turn if he would like to win this match, because a stall point will not do it if he gets called for stalling again. Stalling again, that gives 1 more point to Ben Gallons. Make it 2-1 score. However, he needs 5 seconds left. Looks like this match will end 2-1 with 2 seconds remain. Nope. These two will go back to the center. 2 seconds left in the match. And the whistle blows, and that's it for that match. A 2-1 decision for Don Bruno, Central Valley. Makes the team score 6-3. Ellwood City Wolverines. No match of the 120-pound weight class, so neither team received any points there. Looks like Dominic Dawes will receive a forfeit at 126 pounds for the Wolverines, making the team score 12-3. Looks like Ambrose Bonai for the Central Valley Warriors is going up against Elijah Shelby for the Wolverines. I believe Bonai was 4th in WPIL last year. He takes a high crotch. He's in deep, and he's going to finish his takedown. Shelby's trying to roll his opponent here. He's unsuccessful in that attempt. Bonai now has a half Nelson. And he rakes him over to his back. Let's see if Shelby can fight this here. And he cannot, as he will give up the pin. 36-second pin for Ambrose Bonai of Central Valley. That'll bring the team score to 12-9. Damon Bumgarner will receive a forfeit for the Ellwood City Wolverines, bringing the team score to 18-9 for the home team. Looks like Ryan Nazari will go out to do the same, as he receives a forfeit. Chris Quintanilla will go out for the Wolverines. And if I'm not mistaken, he will be receiving a forfeit, and he does. 6 more points. Half the battle in AA wrestling is filling out your roster. Not all these teams are able to do so, and it really costs you points when you're giving up forfeits. Dante Grimes receives a forfeit, but it looks like Mike Sweezy will have a match here. And I'm not too sure, as our roster is not very accurate. This is either Zach or Skylar Bundy for the Central Valley Warriors. Nonetheless, we got some action here. Mike Sweezy in a stance. Takes a shot here. Can he finish? He does. He gets a 2-point takedown. Bundy up to his feet. He gets the escape. Mike Sweezy up 2-1, 20 seconds in. I'd like to see that aggression out of Sweezy. Go out and get your takedown first. See if he can go out and get another one right here. His opponent shoots in, but he was ready for it. He stuffs that shot. A re-attack by Bundy, and he takes Sweezy down to his back. Sweezy gets off his back, though. Now Sweezy working to get out here. He gets the reversal. He has an arm trapped in there. Can he take him to his back? He cannot, but he has the 4-3 lead now. 1 minute in, and we will have some action here, folks. Sweezy up a little high. He gives up the reversal. 5-4 now for the Central Valley Warrior. 45 seconds remain in the first period. 5-4 for Bundy of Central Valley. Whistle blows. Mike Sweezy gets some movement. Does not look like his opponent will be able to hold him down, as he is going to get away here. But not before he gets taken to his back. He breaks free, gets out of bounds, but not before he gives up 2 near fall. 27 seconds remain in the first period. 7-4 lead for the Central Valley Warrior. That's a tough one there. He was close to getting out, and he gets put on his back. That's a big momentum swing right there. Whistle blows. 20 seconds remain. Let's see if he can get an escape. He tries a switch. He is stuffed for now, but his opponent's attempting a cradle. Does not look like he'll be successful in that attempt. And this period will end 7-4, it looks like, as the buzzer will sound. Central Valley will defer their choice to the third period, as John Fleming will pick bottom for his wrestler, Mike Sweezy. Whistle blows. Mike Sweezy tries to switch again. It is stuffed. Bundy wrestling on the left side of Mike Sweezy. He attempts a near-sided cradle. He is not successful in that attempt. Mike Sweezy takes him to his back. He is getting near fall here. Looks like he's going to get the 2-point reversal and 2-point near fall to take an 8-7 lead. Now he's trying to bundle. He's got the elbow trapped. Can he get him to his back? It does not look like he'll be able to for the time being, but Mike Sweezy's putting some moves together here. Now it is 8-8 after that escape. This is some wild wrestling right here, folks. Both these men are a little tired as they've been working pretty hard trying to score some points here. Bundy tries to pull Sweezy over the top of him, but he cannot do it. Sweezy gets a takedown on the boundary. That is makes the score 10-8. Halfway through the bout, you do not really see 10-8 halfway matches. Most wrestlers don't score 10 points in 3 matches combined. Hopefully Mike Sweezy's all right as he's getting checked out right here.
Again, folks, you're watching varsity wrestling here at the Lincoln High School Big Gym. As we had Ellwood City and Blackhawk in the first matchup, Ellwood City won that one very convincingly at final score 54-18. Right now it's 36-9 Ellwood up on Central Valley. Our next broadcast will be Friday. We'll be bringing you live coverage of the boys basketball game against Beaver Falls at 6 and 7:30, so JV and varsity level. There is middle school basketball. Is it freshman or middle school? I think it's middle school basketball this weekend, Riverside and Ellwood. That will be broadcasted live by the Ellwood City TV group by the students.
Okay, it appears that Mike Sweezy is good to go, which is definitely a good thing to see. He will start this restart up 10-8 in the top position. Whistle blows. Mike Sweezy gets a breakdown. He's working for the cradle. Can he get the fall here? That'd be huge for the Wolverines if he's able to get a pin. He takes him straight to his back, wasting no time, and he gets the pin. In a back-and-forth match, Mike Sweezy gets the win. 6 points go on the board for the Wolverines. Looks like Rodney Grimes will go out for Ellwood City at 189 pounds. If I'm not mistaken, this is Tyler Frank. I'm sorry, we were not given accurate rosters. Rodney Grimes pinned his first opponent tonight. Let's see if he can make it, give himself a 2-0 record for the night and a 2-0 record for the season. Rodney Grimes goes out with a fake. Some hand fighting now. Frank has the collar tie. He takes a shot. Rodney was there to stop it. Fake by Grimes now. He's getting his opponent to move. He needs to follow up those fakes with a shot, and he will take his opponent down. Rodney Grimes gets his legs away, has the chin and arm of his opponent, pulling him to the ground. Now with the underhook, he breaks away. Nothing too much going on here. Not quite like the last match where we had scoring every other second, it seemed like. Double leg now from Rodney. He finishes for a 2-point takedown. His opponent bellies out. Rodney Grimes in the top position, trying to collect the far wrist. Puts his head in the elbow, try to do so. Has the cross wrist. A lot of things you can do with that. Maybe see a tilt attempt here. Pops to the far side. Rodney Grimes going with the half Nelson, not able to get it. 2 arms, 2 wrists on one. Breaks his opponent down, or not yet. Collects the far wrist, not able to break his opponent down yet. "12 seconds remain in the first period. Rodney Grimes in control here. And that will be all for the first period. Rodney Grimes takes 1 shot attempt, scores on that shot attempt, and rides out the period. Looks like Coach John Fleming will take neutral for Rodney Grimes. A little bit of head fighting there. Rodney Grimes lowers his level, takes another shot. Cracks him down to the wrong side. Ends up switching his shot off to a single leg. Lets go of the single leg, adjusts his position, gets back in on the other leg. He needs to build his base under now, get his knees underneath of him, get his head up, hips in like a football tackle. He's able to grab the leg as the opponent falls off the top. If Rodney Grimes grabs his opponent's head, he might get the pin here. Like I said, he grabs the head, and however, his opponent does fight off his back. I'll give him credit there. Head coach John Fleming instructing Rodney Grimes to go for the bundle. However, does not appear to be there anymore as his opponent fights his elbow through. Central Valley Warrior able to get in and grab his leg. Not much happening here as Grimes has him flattened out, going across his face, trying to break his lock. Does not appear that he has two hands on the leg anymore. Grimes should be able to go around here. Rodney Grimes remains on top with a 4-0 lead. 20 seconds remain in the second period. Rodney Grimes now is the half. Let's see if he can work with this. Goes to the half on the far side, but not quite there. 5 seconds remain in this period. Looks like Rodney Grimes will maintain a 4-0 lead. And that's what happens here. And the Central Valley Warrior takes the top position, so it means Rodney Grimes will start underneath to start the third period. Whoever wins off the whistle here is likely to win this position. Rodney Grimes moves first and looks like he's going to get away. As I say that, Tyler Frank locks up a cradle. Doesn't look like he's going to score out of it, but he's going to at least slow Grimes down for a little bit. Cradle's no longer in. Loose cradle. Rodney Grimes reaches back for the head. If he breaks his lock, he's going to get the reversal. And that lock does not look to be too tight. And he gets the reversal. Now he has him on his back. Can he get the fall? He looks like he has. He does. Pin for Rodney Grimes. 6 points for the Wolverines. And now we can see Donovan Stifler's debut, baby. Central Valley will receive a forfeit at 215 pounds here. And then we'll see the heavyweights, 285 pounds. One last match of the night. Let's see how this goes. Ellwood City has locked up the team win, and they will start their season 2-0. This is big if they would like to be in the playoffs. Got some tough section matches down the road with Freedom and Laurel. There are always two teams you have to beat in our section, but good start. Now let's see what Donovan Stifler can do up at heavyweight. Starts out, they're in the collar tie. Usually the upper weights you see a little more tied up. That's where I wrestled at. The lighter weights are usually a little quicker, move around on their feet more. Upper weights to get the heavy hands going and snaps. As you hear from Coach Fleming, heavy on the head, wearing a guy's head for 6 minutes. He'll slow down that third period. Shot attempt here from the Central Valley Warrior. Stifler appears to be fighting it. This is a 50-50 position. Either guy can win this exchange. Stifler locks out the stomach. He's going to throw him backwards, but he pulls him on top of himself. Interesting position there. Takedown for the Warrior gives him a 2-0 lead. Cradle attempt here from the Warrior. But Stifler is able to break that lock. He's not going to get cradled there. 50 seconds remain in the first period with a 2-0 lead. On the boundary here. 40 seconds remain now. Not much happening here. Might see a stalemate call. Now these men are out of bounds. 28 seconds remain. It's vital for Stifler to get an escape or reversal here. 1, to cut away the score, and 2, just for a confidence standpoint. Whistle blows. Stifler steps the far leg up. Lance Crawley of Central Valley has his wrist, but it's not going to be enough as Stifler gets his 1 point. That will do it for your first period. 2-1 lead for Lance Crawley of Central Valley over Donovan Stifler of Ellwood City. Ellwood City defers the choice to Central Valley. Central Valley coach takes bottom for his wrestler. Let's see if Stifler can get forward pressure, get a breakdown, and work for a pinning combination. Whistle blows. Stifler tries to chop the arm out, get a breakdown. His opponent tries to kick, but unsuccessful. Now his opponent's grabbing his leg. Coach is advising Donovan Stifler to go for a cradle. He has the ankle. He needs to drive in here, get his pressure in, but he gets pressured back into it, gives up the reversal. Half Nelson here for Crawley. Stifler is trying to roll through. He needs a bridge on the top of his head, and he is pinned. And that will do it for your night of wrestling as the Wolverines defeat the Central Valley Warriors by a score of 48-21.
Again, folks, your final score here: Ellwood City Wolverines defeat Central Valley Warriors 48-21 after beating Blackhawk earlier this evening with a 54-18 win. So the Wolverines.
This looks to be an exhibition match.
This does look like an exhibition match here going.
We'll see. We'll watch this. Get some extra wrestling. Never a bad thing.
This is good practice because with them having a shorter season, you lose a couple competitions and a couple matches here. You stack up. This is the way to do it because playoffs are, we're talking only 3 or 4 weeks away.
That's crazy. I mean, I figure, look at a normal season, you get about 30 to 40 matches. This year, you're looking about 15 to 20. So, experience is vital for these kids. Whistle blows. Central Valley Warrior appears to be the aggressor so far. As Lucas Moody's tied up. Wrestling on the boundary now. And Central Valley Warrior goes behind for the 2-point takedown. He throws in a half Nelson. Let's see if Lucas Moody can fight this off. And he has him on his back. No near fall yet. Let's see if Lucas Moody can fight off his back here. This looks to be tight though. And Lucas Moody doing a good job of fighting here. He's gonna have to bridge at the top of his head, but that's a fall. That's 6 points. Although that's an exhibition match, I'm sorry. and the team's points are awarded for exhibition. But that looks to be all for night wrestling.
All right, folks. We really appreciate it. Guest commentator Austin Wally, great job tonight.
Thank you.
You saved us with great action here. Really good wrestling for the first matchup. Awesome to see Blackhawk Central Valley come in here and give good matchups here for Ellwood City. So the Wolverines improved to 2-0 on this young season. Tomorrow, we don't have any broadcast that I know of for home. The girls basketball team travels to Freedom, so we'll have those links put on our social media accounts. Friday, we've got three games going on. You've got ECTV coverage in the afternoon for freshman basketball. They are playing Neshannock, and then we'll come back with commentary by Thad Sturgeon and myself, along with Dakota Marshall at camera. Friday night, we play Beaver Falls, 6 and 7:30 for boys basketball. And then Saturday is a big matchup for middle school basketball. ECTV will have the coverage. It's Ellwood City versus Riverside, the Rivell Cup #1 matchup here in winter sports. So, as always, from cameraman Dakota Marshall, myself, Brad Windhorst, and Austin Wally joining us tonight. Thanks, folks. Have a good evening, and we'll catch you guys on our next broadcast.